Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. So in the last video, we took a look at the Stylet XF3 frame arms girl kit. Today we're going to be taking a look at the regular frame arms. Let me see this. The Stylet multi-weapon expansion test type. I can never remember that name. But this is basically the simpler version of the frame arms Stylet. So you're meant to customize this by adding different Kotobukiya MSG option parts, or whatever other option parts. Bandai, different custom weapon set option parts will also work on this. 30 missions parts will also work on this. Things like that. Anything that uses that 3mm style peg can be used on this basically. So we'll try out a bunch of different stuff. You don't necessarily have to customize it with anything. Of course, you can just have it just the main kit. So we'll take a look at that. We'll take a look at some different option stuff added onto it, just see how it looks. So let's go ahead and have a look here at the Stylet. So first of all, just before we get this box open, I just love the box art for this really cool look there with the Stylet on top of what it seems to be like a ship or something possibly, but I guess it could just be just on a base or something somewhere. But really cool lighting and just like setting for that Stylet there in this illustration. On the ends of the box there, you're just going to have kind of the same thing. So let's go down here onto the bottom of the box. Here you can see what is going to be included with this, which I think is just like this beam effect kind of thing for this sort of arm-mounted beam saber, and you got these kind of like twin kind of assault rifle little bits there, machine guns that you can attach together to make this kind of weird thing like that. But that's basically it as far as the accessories that are going to be included in here. So you can see some action poses, and you can see it does look kind of very kind of bare bones, very skeletal, not really a whole lot going on there. But over here is advertising how you can, of course, customize this with some other different bits. So I think this is all that is included, which is actually a fair amount considering that it's the, like I said, a little bit more bare bones version of the Stylet. But here's an option showing what you can do with it by adding a bunch of different MSG parts onto that. So that looks pretty cool. On the other side, the unpainted samples. There's what's going to look like unpainted straight out of the box. Still looks pretty good, I gotta say. So list price for this over here is 4,500 yen. Not too bad for a kind of simpler frame arms kit. A lot of times you can find the frame arms kits, especially the more simpler ones, on sale for even less, so you should be able to get this for under $40, I would imagine, or right around there, which is not too bad. So inside here we've got that's 10 bags of runners, including a couple of little pre-printed parts on here. We'll take a look at those just a minute, and our instruction manual. On the top of the instruction manual there, just a really cool image of the painted kit, looking very cool with just a little bit of like a digital touch-up work on these like light effects there, but that looks pretty cool. Down here on the bottom, you got some information there about that, all in Japanese. Around here on the back, again, just a customized sample, as they're calling it there. The color guide is up here at the top as well too, just gray, black, dark gray, light blue. It's like kind of like just for the eyes, and then like off-white. So there's grays basically. On the inside of here, nothing really too much else to see, as it just basically gets right into just how to cut out the parts and the parts list there, and then just straight on into the construction. Let's see here. On the center pages, though, we do have some more. There's some more stuff about the Stylet multi-weapon expansion test type here. A bunch of information there in Japanese. Got a cool artwork there. Some more Japanese information over here about the frame arms. So I think this is just about the like mounting system for it, basically. And just a little bit about some of the weapons there, and then the customized version of that. So let's go ahead and then just get right into the runners, see what we've got to work with. First up, we do have some polycaps here, PCA in a dark brown color there, basically. And aside from these two pre-painted parts there, which are molded in light gray, and then you have that dark gray painted on there, we also have these ones as well too, which are for the sides of the legs. So these look really nice. Once again, it's just the light gray part with the dark gray pre-painted onto there for the legs, looking really cool. You've kind of got like two sets of the A and B runners. So the first set of A and B runners here is going to be our just a frame arms frame. So you've got that here in this like kind of brown dark gunmetal kind of color. So there's runner A, and here's runner B. We've got two of these, so these are going to be parts for the arms and legs there, obviously. Our other A runner here, we've got in runner A1 and A2. Now on the A1 runner, we've got some more pre-painted dark gray there on that piece right there. And so these are just making up some of our outer armor for that. And then our B runner here are going to be the main two halves for the backpack. We do actually have one more B runner here as well, which is going to be our beam saber kind of effect parts for that. And so you've got a few different options there, basically kind of these long straight ones that look a little bit more kind of like Star Wars lightsaber sort of look on that, and then your standard ones that look a little bit more like your kind of average Gundam ones. And not only do we have two styles in the shape of the beam, we also have two styles in that these ones, we've got like a frosted version of each one and just kind of very clear glassy version of each one. So you got some really nice options for the beam effect for this. Runner C is some more armor pieces here in this kind of warm medium gray color. We've got two of these. Runner D is some parts here in a darker gray color. Runner F is just one part there for the chest. Runner G is some more dark gray pieces there for around the back side of the feet and the back of the backpack. Runner H, some more dark gray pieces for around the chest. And then runner I in a kind of off-white, light gray, cream kind of color there for our white accents basically. And you can see we got a little bit of pre-painting on this one as well there too for the visor in like a light metallic blue. And jumping to runner U here is some of the new parts I'm guessing. So these are like some of the new connection parts and things like that. They're going to be used for this particular version of the Stylet. Runner V is our familiar runner of frame arms hands. These are in a dark metallic kind of color. And then lastly, we have MW07. So this would be for like the submachine gun parts that I talked about. And you got two of these. Now these are actually sold as a separate set. So if you've already got the other version of the Stylet and you want to use these, you should be able to buy these as just an MSG option weapon set. I can't remember the exact name of it, but you should be able to find these around online. So there you have it, guys. Looks like it's going to be a pretty solid one. Let me go ahead and get it all put together and then we'll see how it looks. Alright guys, here it is all built up with nothing really equipped on there at the moment. We'll go through all the option parts and everything here in just a sec, but I just want to give you guys a look at how the kit is going to look kind of in its most simplest form, I guess. And the other thing you'll notice here probably too is that it's doing a little bit of the Michael Jackson lean there because it's kind of hard to get it to stand on its own without using a base. And obviously it is possible, but the wheels on the back of the feet make it a little bit hard for this thing to stand flat-footed, so you kind of have to have it standing on like the front of the foot, and it's just kind of a little bit awkward, but it does look really cool, I'll say that. It's definitely going to take a little bit of work though. There's some joints that need to be tightened, some seam lines, things like that, but it looks really cool. That's the most important thing. So let's go ahead and take a look then and see everything that it does come with as well. So first off, for our hand options, you're going to have closed fists, and those are all molded in that metallic color there, as you can see. We've also got a set of open hands and a set of basic weapon holding hands here as well. And for some different option parts, basically parts left over from the original kit, you have the original kind of front skirt armor here, which you can just swap out. You can do half and half, or you can just keep it all new or all original. You can choose whichever front skirt armor there that you prefer. You also have the original fins here for the side of the leg. So again, this option armor piece on there just basically gives you a bunch of hard points to plug other stuff onto there. But if you didn't want to use that, you can just plug on the original fin wing there on the side of the leg, whichever you prefer again. And the same thing for up here for on top of the shoulders. Now we have this piece which gives you more hard points for plugging stuff on. But again, if you prefer, you've got the original piece which just slots into there instead. And it is one of our pre-painted pieces as well, so it does look pretty nice on there. The other thing about this though is that this can also be a handheld weapon. So you can just hold that in the hand there and use this as a sword, like an edge weapon. You can, I guess, rotate that like that if you preferred, whichever way you wanted to use that. Then we've got these weapons which will attach onto the back of the arm. Now there's a left and a right version, and they're going to be exactly the same. You just got this little beam gun emitter there, I guess, at the end of there, or I don't know, machine gun, whatever you want to use that for. But you can also remove that little gun barrel tip at the end, which is a little bit tricky to do there. Once you get that out, then this can be your beam emitter for your beam saber effect parts, which as we saw are in two different styles and two different like I don't know, finishes. You can choose between the like glossy and the matte finish one for whichever way you might want that to look. So I'm going to go for pointy matte finish version because that looks pretty cool. So you can have that, and so you could choose one gun and one like beam saber on one side, or just do both, or you know, you can mix match, whatever you might like. Plugs here onto the back of the arm, and then it's on like the side of the arm there like that. So that's pretty cool. And the last thing then here is our machine guns. Now you have some different option parts for that. You can just have these like that as they are. Otherwise you have some optional barrel parts which will give them a longer barrel, sort of like silencer, I guess, sort of look on the front of that. But you can also plug them together by removing one of the handles and then just plugging them in top to bottom like that. And then you have another connection piece which you'll kind of slide between them just to kind of help keep them securely together. And then you got a sort of a double machine gun there, which does look pretty cool. That's interesting like that, but you can do something even more with this as well. In place of the handle, you can use this little attachment piece here like that. Remove this part here out the back of there, and then these will kind of slot together front to back, sort of like the Strike Freedom. Then the handle from the front gun you can plug so it's here off to the side like that. Your little barrel piece there on the end like that, and now you've got a longer rifle there with the secondary handle on the side of that. Not really into the look of that, to be honest, but it's something that you can do if you wanted something a little bit more sizable, a little bit longer. You can see compared to the frame arms itself, it's going to be substantially larger like that, but I kind of just prefer them separate, to be honest. But so, alright guys, before we try out some customizing options, just as far as what's included in the box, I think it's a really cool kit. I'm actually kind of surprised that Kotobukiya didn't release this as a like version FME. Sometimes they do like version FME. They've done a couple of them before, and basically it's their like for modelers edition, where it's like just kind of a plain kit that's like really meant to be customized like that, and that's what this basically really seems like, obviously. So I'm kind of surprised they didn't use that label for this one, but either way, it's definitely going to be one that you're gonna want to probably get something extra to use for it. But even if you don't, it does still look pretty cool just with what's included in the box: the arm guns slash beam emitters, and then like the different machine guns you got on there, and you've got a couple different option parts like we saw for the sides of the legs, the side skirts, or the front skirts, the size of the shoulders. So you got some cool option parts just within the box, and the kit does look great in the multiple grays and the all gray color scheme there. It looks very cool. So as a frame arms kit on its own, it's cool. As a base for customizing, it's definitely going to shine really well in that aspect. So let's go ahead and try out some different option parts here on it. So first, let's try out some parts from Bandai. This is obviously some parts here from the tilt rotor pack. So basically any of Bandai's HG build custom sets, they're pretty much all using the same type of 3mm peg that Kotobukiya uses all the time as well too. So a lot of these different Bandai option weapons and parts and stuff would also be compatible, and the size might not be exactly right compatible because frame arms, including this one here, are usually kind of somewhere in between Bandai's usual Gundam sizes. They're kind of like the same size as like the master grade wing kits, how they're a little bit smaller than average. These frame arms kits are definitely larger than 1/44 scale average size Gundams, but they're definitely not quite as big as your average size 1/100 scale Gundams either. So they're kind of in between. So the option parts, just keep that in mind, how those will compare to your frame arms kit. Anything in 1/44 scale is going to maybe be a little bit small. Anything in 100 scale is going to be probably closer to being right, if not maybe a little bit large. But obviously anything from the MSG line of Kotobukiya option parts, or just kit bashing from other different frame arms kits, is going to be fine too. The last thing here I want to try to is also using some parts from the Stylet frame arms girl that we just previously reviewed. So here you can see with the backpack and shoulder drones from the Stylet frame arms girl XF3, and those fit pretty well. I mean, obviously the color is not going to match, but I mean, as far as like the general size and design, I mean, it's pretty convincing. The weapon, on the other hand, does fit in the hand, which is cool, but it looks definitely very small. So that big massive machine gun, which was pretty large for the frame arms girl, is looking very small for this frame arms kit here. So I mean, you can use it if you want to. I think it's a bit small for this guy though, so you might want to just stick with the MSG stuff that seems to be a little bit more appropriately sized. But it is cool and expected that most of the stuff would work with this kit anyway, so you can mix and match some parts from the frame arms girl line as well here too. So thank you guys all so much for watching. That is going to do it for this review. If you do have any other further questions or comments though, of course, do feel free to leave those down below. As always guys, check the link to USA Gundam Store down in the video description. Use my coupon code there, ZakuAurelius10, to save 10% off everything there on the store. Check out some different frame arm stuff for yourself there. Got some cool stuff there on the site. And if you guys have never built any frame arms kit, I would definitely recommend picking one up and checking one out. If you've only ever built Gunpla, and check out frame arms kit, you might like it. They're really cool robot kits. Basically like Gunpla, but just some different designs, and so they're really nice. But as always guys, thank you so much for your support, and until next time, I'll see y'all later. Hope you have a great day. Bye guys.